You're gonna.
And if that is, then that's
crazy.
crazy.
If you're the initiator as a guy, like for probably the extent of the entire conversation, you are going to have the burden of performance, the burden of initiative, the burden of carrying the conversation is going to be on you.
Yes, but
they'll answer back.
She's likely not going to respond in only one word answer.
Or not even words. Just go like,
yeah, exactly.
And if that's happening though, like you should be able to recognize that off of the first two sentences, and that's when you wrap it up and you're like, okay, nice meeting you, whatever, figure out about your business.
But you might, here's the thing though, as a guy, you might encounter 3, 5, 10 of those kind of interactions
Not in a row.
Yes.
No, you aren't.
no, you won't.
Then you're doing
Prove it. Go out.
Then either you smell bad.
Let's take whatever on the street.
Either you smell bad. Yep. You have to take a look at yourself then at that point and be like, you are giving off some type of energy. Then, like, you're either 1, shooting out of your league. Okay. 2, you either smell bad, have bad breath, don't put yourself together. Like there's a reason why that's happening 5 times in a row. That's not a one-off time, maybe.
No,
but
that's like
5
the
times,
automatic. I would say for like most women, that's actually like if they have, and it's different now because with dating apps and shit. But like if you have experience going out to these social environments and you've been hit on already 5 times in the night, the fucking 6th guy that steps to you. Like, you're not going to give him that kind of energy. You are going to be on the defensive a little bit. You are going to be a little closed off a little bit. He is going to have to break through.
That's why I said it might happen every once in a while, but majority of women aren't getting approached 6 times in a night. So yeah, right, you might hit that one girl who's at her threshold and she doesn't want it to happen. That's why I said it could happen on a one-off. But 5 times in a row, it's you. You're the problem then if it's happening 5 times in a row.
Yeah, I think I would only respond in that way if I ever felt like uncomfortable. That's it. If it was any other person, even if like I don't know, it's just common courtesy to have a conversation.
The girl you represented had like some sort of social disorder.
Yeah, but like the girl you represented would not be at a bar, to be honest.
That's the exact kind of woman that you would encounter at a bar.
You are going to the wrong bars.
Yeah.
Well, I don't go. When I was,
you don't go out anymore. So
yeah.
When I was younger,
I was getting this from the guys in the comments. So that's what.
No, it's not even that.
You have one group of men that you pull your information.
Well, I can say this.
Too chronically online.
I can say this. Like, I started dating before there were dating apps. Before really even social media. Like, if you wanted to meet somebody, you had to like go out and do approaches.
And you're telling me that was happening to you 5 times in a row?
No, it wasn't. But like, well, actually, you know what? Definitely there would be times where it's like you'd go up to a girl and it's not like, it's really not as easy as you think it is. And like, you might go like 5, 10 in a row where it's just like,
sure.
Well, we're not saying it's easy, like, but we're not saying it's that hard what you just portrayed. Because they might talk to you back, but they still won't be interested in you. But they're not going to go, They're not going to do that the whole conversation.
You'd be surprised.
And it's if that's what it comes down to, and you're not you're just not good at that. That's not your thing. Well, there's other avenues to meet people. Meet someone that you already know. Meet someone through a mutual friend. Meet someone that you don't have to do that first.
Yeah.
Okay, so beyond just the initial interaction that's sort of in person, I mean, I can take it even beyond that. Look at dating apps. The guy, even in the context of dating apps, the guy's going to have to carry the burden of the conversation. The guy's going to have to message first. So, I mean, we can have a discussion of, oh, Brian, that wasn't a really realistic portrayal of how most women are going to react to being approached. I mean, as a guy, if you do enough approaches, like, you are going to encounter these kind of, like, super disinterested, cold, you know.
Well, rejection's a part of life. Like, that's...
Yeah, I'm not saying that most women are going to be, like, I'm not saying that women are going to be attracted to you or interested, but they're not going to respond in the exact way that you did.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, perhaps it's leaning a little bit more towards like a bit cold shoulder a little bit, but I mean, I would also just I would add, like, okay, you look at dating apps. I mean, this idea that, oh, well, it's pretty equalized on the dating apps. Look at Bumble. Bumble's a dating app where the woman has to message first, but as a guy who's on Bumble for years, and I can tell you 90% of first messages was hey from the girl.
Yeah.
Now, and then it's a very token level of initiative that women have to take. They basically send hey, and then they immediately shift the conversational burden onto you. If I, as the guy, if I never took the steps to be like, carry the conversation a little bit, cool, do you want to meet up? You want to grab a drink this weekend? Like, when it comes to moving the interaction forward, whether that's asking for the number, asking for the date, and then once on the date, okay, moving things forward to going for the first kiss, etc. Like, that burden of initiative is almost exclusively always going to fall on the man.
So you have a problem with courting, the whole courting aspect that our
It's not
society has always had for ever and ever and ever.
It's not
I
that.
was going to ask you the same thing. If you're like resentful that women get approached so much and like men that don't, when it's been like that
It's forever.
since forever.
And it's like, that's how our society kind of sets it up. Like, that's the reason why men propose to us. Like, that's just kind of how everything is set up to be. And yes, like, men scream about this all the time, but like, I don't think they would want a society where it was the other way.
Yeah,
I'm sure men would
Like
men would love if women were just trying to fuck. You know what I mean? They'd be like,
But then they don't want women with high body counts.
Just-
They don't want anyone that's on a
You
virgin.
say
Like,
that, but
guys
you don't really mean it, because
you
if
guys
it was
don't-
like
my
that,
DMs are open,
all
ladies.
of your guys' concepts
My DMs are
conflict each
open.
other. Like, they
you can
don't
just
work
DM
together.
me. Hi Brian. Hi. I'm DTF. What's up? Maybe don't be that. Just be like, what's up? You know, you don't even have to be that aggressive. Just, whatever.
Well, I mean, if the roles are flipped in a term of romantic and sexual life, then they're flipped through all life. Like, if we're talking like the business life, the
Oh, well, okay, now we're
anything
getting
life.
Well, they wouldn't want everything that comes with there being a flip in the power.
Yeah.
Like they want
That
like
throws off the whole the dominant, dynamic, protector, like, that throws off everything you guys trad wife hope and dream of. So I don't think you're saying what you guys actually want.
valid.
Well, look, I mean, we're getting a bit into hypothetical territory. What if all these things flipped and women were the initiators and women were like pursuing men en masse for sex? Like, that's never going to happen. That's not a thing.
I mean, I've seen, it's like, I would say the numbers, there's more men than women, but they are out there, and those are the ones you have to find.
Okay,
like, I've seen my friend text a dude that they're not dating. Hey, what are you doing? It's like 2 a.m. The girl would say to the guy, trying to fuck, trying to come over. Like, that happens.
It happens.
does happen,
but-
yeah.
but
It
it's not
happens, especially now during this whole, like you guys say, hookup culture, empowerment of girls randomly hooking up with it. So yeah, I don't understand which one it is. It's women are sleeping with everybody, don't know how to close their legs, or men can't find anybody to sleep with, and they are all involuntary celibate because it's so hard to get a woman. Like, I don't know which one it is. Those are two very conflicting statements.
Word. Well, I'm trying to
So
remember.
that means I won.
No, that means she won.
I
No,
won.
doesn't, I was just checked out. I wasn't even. It was just
Yeah.
going in one ear, out the other.
You just had no rebuttal.
I have a rebuttal. There's rebuttals.
drop.
There are rebuttals. There are
Valid
rebuttals.
rebuttals?
There's many rebuttals. Tons of rebuttals.
are there rebuttals that aren't hypothetical?
Are they valid?
Well, what's your primary argument?
That you guys are complaining about things that exist, but not to the extent that you guys think they do.
But,
and you
okay.
guys are asking for things
So-
to change, but you wouldn't really like it if there was
I
an
agree.
actual
What?
change.
But okay, so I guess the whole kind of what I'm trying to get at though is you're saying, well, Brian, you're complaining, and I guess what I'm just trying to point out is I think both men and women are very dissatisfied with the current dating landscape, and I think there's differences. Women are upset about it for certain reasons. Men are upset about it for certain reasons. What I think is happening though is that there are men that are just totally zeroed out of the dating marketplace. Now you could say, well, women aren't desirous of, like, it's not something women want is casual sex, but like when it comes to loneliness, I mean, we can make an argument that like men are the ones who are encountering like genuine loneliness to the point that they don't even get a drop of attention from women. They can't even get a date. They can't get a text back. They can't get anything. Whereas a woman, she could be overweight, unattractive, and could get laid. We had a girl on the show. Granted, she's a self-confessed sex addict, but she was, I'm not trying to be mean to her, unremarkable woman, right? She was overweight, and she was saying, yeah, I was fucking like 6 dudes a day.